folks, TJ here. I have redeemed myself. I actually saved something that I had as a kid that I didn't get rid of, and I still have to this day, and I wanted to make a video about it. If you've been watching my channel for a while, I often kick myself saying, what did I do with my Atari 800 from 1980? What did I do with my Atari Mega 2 ST from the later 80s? What did I do with my 1970s Odyssey 2? I don't remember. I'm pretty sure I just gave it away. Went to Goodwill back in the 90s when I got married, or early 1990s. Basically, a lot of stuff moved along because you're becoming an adult. And your basically better half goes, what are you going to use that for? What are you gonna do? And you get rid of stuff. And that's basically what I did. And now I kick myself for doing it. But there's certain things that it appears my mind was thinking in advance, saying, don't throw them away. There's something that don't take up tons of space, and it has a memory that you don't want to ever lose. And it's because it's a toy. Computers are wonderful. I love computers, but something about your first toys as a kid really ingrain and burn in something into your childlike spirit that you never forget. And bringing it along with the ride for the rest of your days is something special. And I guess I was starting to think ahead, and I did that with this particular toy. So this is not a retro computer video. This is not a tin car video. This is not a Volkswagen video. This is something that I had as a kid, and I absolutely am so glad that I kept it, and I thought I would share it with you. This thing is getting near 50 years old. It's a 1970s toy. This particular toy brand came out in the 1960s. I was only just being born at that point. So yes, I'm old, but not quite that old. I'm not a boomer. So if you're watching this, anytime these kids these days see videos and see somebody looks old, and I look old because I got a big old gray beard, they think you're a boomer. Boomer is not 1965 and on. That's Gen X. Gen X is, by the way, the most kick-ass period of people, because we did so much shit. From the 1960s and 70s and 80s, you think about it. All you computer nerds, all you young youths of nowadays. I'm going to go on a little rant here. You're using all these iPhones and all these things that are basically probably toys to you, but part of your lifestyle. Who the hell do you think created all this shit? People from the 1970s and 80s that really started the computer revolution made this little device that you use every day. So remember that, youths. These boomers that you think are boomers, I'm not a boomer, but these older people made shit that you wipe your ass with. So remember that. And you hopefully will create something for the next generation that is also something that you can be proud of, saying, look, you little shit, this is what we made for you. So remember that. Just because you're older doesn't mean you're out of touch. In fact, you got a lot more wisdom than some of you youths out there, you youths. But this is not that. So that rant over, this is about something I saved. And I am so glad to have been a kid during this time, because you had to use your imagination. You didn't have to look at a computer screen. You had to actually take a lump of shit, a lump of clay, a lump of dirt, whatever you wanted to do, and you created a world that you escaped to. And what did I do that with? G.I. fracking Joe. That's right, not little miniature figures. This thing's a foot-long schlong-dong. This thing is the ultimate in, this is the man's Barbie. I'm fine with Barbies. Barbies look bitchin'. Who do you think Joe went out with? Barbie. Now, I started my revolution with Action Jackson. And also G.I. Joe, but Action Jackson, I made a post on my Facebook group the other day. My first toy that was in a human format that was bendable, that you could do stuff with, was Action Jackson. Shorter than G.I. Joe, and he was a hero. But he had a fate of my older brother. Well, I've got two brothers. The middle brother, but he's older than me. I'm pretty sure he charcoaled him and burned him, and that's why I no longer have him. I seem to remember he lit his head on fire. That's what I remember. Now, I could be mistaking that, but I'm pretty sure he pulled off the head. He was mean to me sometimes, but I got him back. You know those rubberized planes that you kids don't know this, but older people like me, balsa wood planes, and it had a rubber band and a propeller, and you spun that propeller really hard and then you set this lightweight balsa wood plane down and let it go, and it flew because the rubber band uncoiled and it flew. So I got him back, I'm pretty sure. I'm going off of memory. I whirled that son of a bitch up, and I stuck it right in his hair, and it went and stuck on there good. It's the equivalent of sticking gum on the back of your neck here where your hair is. You can't get that shit out. So I love my brothers. They're very good to me. They protected me, but they also tortured me. So I did get him back. I'm pretty sure that's what I did. That was my best revenge. A whirly gig plane right in his hair. Anyway, G.I. Joe. This is from the originals were from the 1960s. Their hair was not hair. It was plastered plastic or whatever. This G.I. Joe is from the 70s. And it puts it at getting near 50 years old now. And I saved my little, when you're a GI and you're going into the army or whatever, you had your little thing that you would take with you. Now, I have no idea. I wasn't in the army or any of that. My father was in the Navy, but I'm sure they carried stuff and they needed to get stuff around. And I'm pretty sure back in those days, they probably had some type of heavy-duty, big-ass box that they stuck shit in. And for G.I. Joe, you can even see, I've got the little sticker on there still. I mean, this thing is 50 years old. It's plastic, and it says name, rank, and serial number on the top. I never fill that in, which is kind of cool now that I look at it. The back of the box has plastic hinges. The side of the box has these little hand things. And the front of the box has this weak little gold knobby, which I'll open in a second because I'm going to show you I've got 2 G.I. Joes. Now, it's been about 10 years since I opened this box, so it'll be interesting to see what they've been up to. I'm not sure, but it's a G.I. Joe, damn it, and they do what the hell they want to do. They're like a honey badger. They don't give a shit. They do stuff, and they do stuff that they're told. So, yeah, it's retained its spirit in my back cupboard, and I saved this, and this is a toy that I played with, and it's mine, original one from the 1970s. So here is the little flicker, and it's just a little plastic. I'm going to be gentle because I don't want this shit to break. But you pull it. Oh, God. Oh. Whew. So it's a little bit rubberized. So it's plastic, but it's not quite a hard plastic that seems to want to break. And then I'll let you see first. Oh, God. Oh, shit. Oh, no, I was going to let you. So, see, there's a little. Let me lower this thing down because it kind of hangs up there. Now you can see it first. What do you see? I don't know. Let's open this son of a bee up. Okay, so let me take this out. Now, I'm guaranteed there's a few things in here that weren't G.I. Joe stuff. Like this pilgrim hat. I'm wondering if this is from Action Jackson. Does it smell burnt? Son of a bitch burnt my head off. Here is all the things that you were supposed to put in the plastic. I was a kid, so I didn't collect everything, but I'm sure there's a few things in here that are worth some money. But let's look together. I'm going to cough a little bit because of the allergies. Boots, binoculars, let's hold this up. First aid kit, M1 rifle, carabine, bayonet, gear, it looks like belts, fatigue hats, field telephone, and helmets. So it told you need to put this stuff in the right order. Now, before we get to the Joes, let's see what I actually have in here. So this is definitely not G.I. Joe. I mean, here's a Joe. It's just a little, I don't know what that is, but I saved it. I'm pretty sure this is from Action Jackson's head. Rest in peace. Okay. I got a hand grenade. Ooh, look at that. That's a kick-ass hand grenade. Okay. Awesome. Look at this. This is like a safari hat. A welding mask. Look at that. I got a freaking welding mask. Now, these are things I collected as a kid, so was this official Joe, it's probably got some, oh, I can't read that shit. Oh, it says Hasbro on it. I'm pretty sure it's right, because Hasbro was G.I. Joe. Hopefully I don't find any dresses in here. Means either Barbie was over, or Joe has new ideas, and I don't want to go there. This is for your rifle. Look at this son of a bee. Look at, this is one of my favorite ones. And this little thing, if I remember right, stuck over it, so you could set it down. Pew, pew, pew. Okay, cool. I have my canteen. Whiskey is what he drank. He didn't drink no damn water. Joe drank whiskey. Binoculars. Look at this. I saved the original tag. Adventure Team. So Adventure Team is definitely 1970s. I think from 70 to late 70s. Whenever they started changing Joe for the worse and making little miniature. I mean, that's cool. If that's what you were born and raised on, it's still a kick-ass toy. But yeah, I had the original size Big Joes. Here's a machine gun type of thing. I don't know my... I have, guns in my life, but okay. Now, this is not Joe. I think this is Action Jackson's belt. He had a little revolver, I remember right. So there's a few things in here that I think are Action Jackson. And then I had a sawed-off, because I broke it, gun. And that's it. So there was this little plastic thing. Now let's get to the Joes. Now, they're going to be in different states of disarray. The most common thing on these Joes that had the real hair, they would become like this. You would rub a bald spot from playing. Oh, yeah, I'm going to show. So here's the, will he stand? I don't know if this is the, oh God. That's a freaking G.I. Joe standing. That's kick-ass. Oh, and he's got his tag on, G.I. Joe. Before I show, it bald. Somehow, this is real hair. Well, fake fuzz here, but the original Joes from the 60s didn't have this type of hair. They then started having, this is real fuzzy. It's awesome. And so here's what Joe looks like. G.I. Joe. This one has his hands. One of them was missing a foot, or his foot fell off, something. He's got his boots. He's got his pants, shirt. Look at this dude. He's 50 years old. He looks better than me. So this was my first G.I. Joe. Then I collected, this is the hand grenade blew up Joe. His arm is in here. So he did have a, Barbie kicked his ass. He came home late one night, and see what Barbies do, they're a little crazy. They basically, I'm sure I could probably super glue or fix, oh yeah, his arm's tweaked. His plastic arm, I would have to push this back and super glue. Did they have super glue back when I was a kid? I don't know. He has his pants on, but look at those abs. This one was the red-haired one, and he actually has no baldness going on, but he does have a missing arm. So, not bald, but missing arm. And he's got his, it looks like his other appendages. This thing is probably the thing that's worth, this is the actual life jacket. And the straps are still golden. Now, well, not golden, but nice and white. I'm guessing, some of these things in here may be worth a few dollars, but unless somebody said, I'm giving you $1 million, I'm not selling it. This is just, something I've had as a kid. So life jacket, he's the one that's going to need the life jacket, because how do you swim with one arm? That's a little difficult. G.I. Joe, Hong Kong, Adventure Team, here's a nice blue jacket or shirt. It even has little buttons on there. Look at this. I just want to show, look at this little, I don't know if I'll pick this up, the little clasps. And you could actually, you hear that little snap? They don't make toys like this anymore. We're going to have fun here. Nice green. This thing is like permanent press. Nice green. Oh, look at this. Look at it, still folded so nice. A nice brown one. A nice blue, grayish one. Oh, he was decked out. Another light jacket. This one is rubberized. I sure took a lot of aquatic. I'm sure these guys were submerged in lots of water at the time. Oh, yeah. Look at this. His orange jumpsuit. And look at this. There's a fracking real size zipper that zips. That's so awesome. Okay, there's still stuff in here. So like I said, oh, there's a strap that came off of this. So there is some aging. Unfortunately, one of the straps came off of here. So such is life. I was aquatic. My Joe's, this is a snorkel system. Let's see all the stuff in here. So we had the propeller. This is a little blue propeller you could put his hands on so he could go in the water. These were like little flight pack thingies. Adventure Team. This mounted on something. I don't know what, but it mounted on something. Here's another propeller thing. This is some type of little communication device. I don't know what this, how this thing's work. I'd have to go back to childhood and remember what it did. But snorkel system for underwater adventures. Oh, awesome! Look at this, a actual pistol. This is a full size. Does this say Hasbro on it? Yeah, it's Hasbro. Gun. What do you call it? Belt. A strap that has not been staying connected. I think this was tubing for one of the snorkel things. I think this fit over this, so you could get air. We're getting to the end. I've got a pencil that's Empire Arco. This is old pencil. And see, I'm missing one of these. Holy crap! So so this little tripod would connect in here, and I'm missing one of the posts. Maybe that's why the pencil was in here. Oh, he doesn't have a tripod anymore. And this thing was probably worth, they'll say, oh, TJ, if you had the third one, it's worth $1 million. Damn it. What did I do with it? I either chopsticked it, or maybe that's why I had the pencil in here. I don't know. And then this is it. There's nothing else inside my plastic box. Although there's some dirt and grime from the 1970s. Here is the official go where the action is. Join the G.I. Joe Adventure Team. So you'll know Adventure Team was 1970s. So there's a little booklet. All for G.I. Joe. Now, you guys over in the UK, if you're still watching this, Action Man. When I posted in my Facebook group, somebody said, oh, yeah, it's the same. So we had Action Man over there. And it's the same, from what I gather, molds and everything, as G.I. Joe. So instead of being G.I. Joe, it was Action Man. Or something like that. So here are my two Joes thing. He went on to do other things. He was in Addams Family. Here's the hand. So will I rebuild him? This is not $6 million man. I don't have the technology to do that. But these were the toys that I actually saved from my youth. 1970s. They are almost as old as I am. They look better. Well, I look better than this one right now. This one has got the hair of like me. So it's got their boots on. I'm pretty sure one of their feet come off. But these were the toys of a kid in the 1970s. And then when the computer revolution hit, it changed. I became a computer nerd. But I saved my G.I. Joes, go figure, and got rid of my computers later on. So I guess, to me, the toys of my youth were more important, it seems, because I saved them compared to anything else. So anyway, that's my little jaunt down history lane for me. How about for you? Did you have Action Man? Did you have Action Jackson? And did your brother burn his head? I think that's what happened. Son of a bitch. Bastard. Anyway, thanks for watching the video. Joe says we're out. Bye.